My name is Mark Jordan, and it's my pleasure today to introduce you to Shared Signals Framework and CAEP support for Microsoft Entra ID using the Signal CAEP Hub. Now, many organizations have a wealth of Microsoft services. They use Entra ID and they use Azure for their infrastructure, as well as Microsoft and Office 365. They also have cloud applications that live outside of the Microsoft ecosystem. And so getting the proprietary messaging and security from the Microsoft ecosystem into these cloud applications has previously been really tricky, if not impossible. This is where Signals CAEP Hub comes in. With Signals CAEP Hub, we're able to listen for proprietary events that happen in the Microsoft ecosystem and then propagate those out to cloud applications. Here, in this demo, you can see that a cloud application would register the users that it was seeing inside of its app with the Signal CAEP Hub. Signal would then poll Microsoft Graph APIs to determine if one of those users has had their session revoked inside of Entra ID. And if so, would then return to the cloud application and instruct it to revoke that session. Now, we do this with CAEP and Shared Signals Framework, but we also support proprietary events as well. So I'm going to give you a demo here. And there's a few characters in the demo that I want to make you aware of. First is obviously Entra ID. We'll use Entra ID as our system of record for users and groups, as well as roles and things like that. And we'll use it for sessions too. Understand when a session becomes active, and more importantly, when a session is revoked. I'll show you Signals CAEP Hub. This is our event hub, which we have it integrated with Entra ID, and it's going to convert proprietary Microsoft CAE signals to Shared Signals Framework and CAEP. We have ServiceThen. This is a fictitious enterprise SaaS application that the people of Brontoso log into in order to do their day-to-day operations and get their job done. Importantly, the ServiceThen application uses Entra ID for authentication. And this is what Brontoso is going to be signing in with to enable them to get access to this application. So let me show you Signal. Here you can see we have systems of record, and we're using Entra ID for both those stateful objects like users and roles, as well as for these CAEP events. We see in the protected system sections here, ServiceThen. And ServiceThen is what we're using as a target system for our CAEP messages. And we can add an arbitrary number of protected systems or services here. And you can also see our CAEP Hub section. And here we're revoking a user session when we understand that Microsoft has issued a session revocation event within Microsoft. So I'm going to jump over to my end user. This is the ServiceThen login screen, and here I'm going to log in to ServiceThen. So I'll log in with Microsoft with Alice's Brontoso account. Now, what's happening here is Alice is getting logged into the ServiceThen application, and ServiceThen knows to register Alice's presence with the Signal CAEP Hub. Now, you can imagine at some point in the future something happens with Alice. Maybe there's an issue with her account, or maybe she needs her sessions to be revoked within Microsoft. So as an admin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the Entra ID portal, and I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to revoke Alice's sessions here. Now, if you've worked with Microsoft for a while, you know that hitting that Revoke Sessions button will really take out all of the sessions inside of Microsoft. But for applications that don't live in that ecosystem, they would have previously gone unnoticed or unable to be acted on. And so this is where Signals CAEP Hub comes in. In just a few moments, what we'll see is this Revoke Sessions button taking action in Microsoft, as well as in all the systems that Microsoft isn't integrated with directly. So let's have a look at what that looks like. We can see that Alice has been signed out of the ServiceThen application as a result of the CAEP message that was issued from the Signal CAEP Hub. Let's have a quick look at what that looks like in the Signal console. If I come over to the CAEP Hub, I can see that an event was recently issued. Here I can see an Entra session revoked event. The rule was triggered as a result of a message and started a CAEP session revoked message that was completed successfully. So to recap, what we saw there was an administrator revoking the session of Alice. Now, traditionally, that would have taken effect only for Microsoft applications and services. But with Signal CAEP Hub, we were able to listen for that session revocation, convert that into a standards-based CAEP message, and forward that out to various applications and services completely outside of the Microsoft landscape. Here, we were able to take action on a user that may have been compromised or had malicious activity associated with their account. And that's the power of the Signal CAEP Hub. So thanks so much for watching, and please reach out if you have any questions at all.